First, me see something like this, dog.
First we see it.
So, who are on the light? No must. It not for be taxi man now. I'm a dog, I gotta ask him who run the light still. Yeah. Yeah. Traffic blocking. Yo, gang!
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz News and Entertainment with Buzz. Just another day in a paradise. Just another nonsensical accident that could have easily been avoided had better heads prevailed, had patience come into play. Based on what I saw, more than likely, the fact that a taximan was involved, the fact that that vehicle was hit in the side, it tells me more than likely the taximan ran into the side of that vehicle. Was the taximan wrong? People, me not really know. But based on what I saw, based on the video evidence, I am going to assume that more than likely he was. And based on the resume of taximen out there, based on the fact that they are involved in maybe 50, 70, 90% of the accidents that are out there, the law of possibility or probability tells me that more than likely it is the taximan that is wrong. But then again, you have a whole bunch of persons out there that are driving as if their head is in the cloud. They are dazed and confused. Let me know what you think based on the videos that you saw, based on the evidence that you saw, just your opinion on who might be wrong and who might be the person that almost lose them life because of dumbness. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, WTF, what the FUCK, say that it is not so. I am speaking about an incident that took place in a Rallington town on Thursday, Burke Road to be specific, where it is confirmed that a 64-year-old gang leader, his name is Christopher Murray, known as Muslim. Based on the information, it is said that he is the leader of the Burger Gully Gang, and the police was on a special operation about 6 a.m. in the morning, crack of dawning, to search for a gun, wanted men, bad men done. It is said that this targeted operation led them to a house where Mr. Murray was at. When they knocked on the door, Mr. Murray wheel and pop off. Him Clint Eastwood .38, I know say is a 44 Magnum. Clint Eastwood used to use, but me just say back in the days told .38 all barrel gun. It is said that the police then took evasive action. You know the cliche script, I don't have to repeat it. You hear it in every story where there is alleged shootouts. After the smoke cleared, Mr. Murray was seen clutching on to his .38 revolver and trying to clutch on to his life. He was taken to the KPH Kingston Public Hospital. However, too late was his demise. Now, people, when I hear this, I am surprised by one thing. And that one thing is that he is 64, or was 64 at the time he met his death. 64. They say that gangsters don't live too long. Don't know when he started his career. Don't know if he was a late bloomer. So him start the badness when him in his 50s or 40s. Don't have any sort of evidence to substantiate that. However, what I do know, it seems as if he was way past his prime. He should have been out of the badness. He should have been under some sort of tree. in a rocking chair with him grand pitney, a babysit the pitney. However, him did a babysit the badness with .38 revolver, a take on the police and a lead gang. Now, people, I don't know if these gangs are desperate. I don't know if the OGs still are all the order are govern the place. I am very surprised that there was not a coup d'etat, meaning hostile takeover of this man. It seems as if he must be running some sort of DRUGS or the Gozo Strong or whatever the case is. But this man at age 64 still be the leader of a gang. It is a joke to me. However, it was a serious thing to the police, who is on a wipeout campaign, and Mr. Murray is the latest person that was on that list, meaning that warrant of you know what, point blank and period. This one is called If Stubbornness Was a Person. This would be the incident in which a lady and a friend of hers was stopped by the police. The police demanded a search. They wanted to search their bags, their possession. However, they refused. I am going to let you take a look at the interaction between the police and this lady and her friend, younger youth, and then I'll give my piece.
Just make up for my body, people in church, I say people in can't go somewhere, man. So where y'all pose me from? Me want me back now? Where the fuck y'all want I'm from me so far? Oh, fuck you. Nothing in there. See there?
She's searching next one. Now you find yourself at the university, yeah? Get a hold of yourself. Ring.
Tell you, got it? Oh, I know my bag, you know? I see him bag, you know? I see him bag. When cut up in weed, babe.
Come right as a son. Come on.
Buy your bag, babe?
Take a bag of one night. Take a bag of one.
Take a bit anger. Search. Why am I here for stop?
Turn around, babe.
Let me put my hand up in the
That's
ear.
Come to the woman, man.
But the one is, who send on the man? Who send on him? Man. Yes, some wood cup for you. Yes, some wood cup.
So people, you saw in all 1 minute and 40 something seconds wherein the police don't know the circumstance why they pulled them over or why they demanded a search. But we see that these persons were not tolerant of the police searching their possession. Now people, here's the thing. Some of these people are so stubborn. Some of these people put up a resistance even when a resistance is not needed. And we see in this case that was the case. They are only lucky, and I am not justifying any sorts of abuse by the police, but some of the times people head too hard and them deserve some sorts of ears, meaning a real right hand or a real box across them face for disobeying the law. They are lucky that these police officers were a little bit patient with them, because they should have been patient down at one of those hospital, KPH or the other one them. Point blank and period. This is my third and final video about this topic, about this individual. Gavin Myers. Chopper, say him retire, turn businessman / drug dealer / gun runner / criminal element / murderer. The other day, he was abducted from his business place in a Darliston, that is in Westmoreland. Based on information, it is said that he paid $5 million for his release as ransom. Some people did say a gunman take him away. Some people did say a police take him away. Some people did I say him stage him own thing because he wanted it to seem as if his life was in danger. So therefore, because he was turned down at least twice by the firearm licensing authority, then him a stage to make it seem like him life in a danger, like me say. So based on what he said, he got abducted, then he did an interview with TVJ News. He also did an interview with Popeye's News Link. I want you to take a listen, take a look to exactly what he said in that interview that he did with TVJ News, and then I am going to speak after watching both interviews, TVJ and Popeye's News Link. So people, take a listen, take a look.
God is the greatest, so God is the greatest, and my life depends on the Father right now. You understand? Me come out of the car and I step across for show him say, you say that truck there somebody go on and whatever. So by the time if me not reach up to him as yet, me a car speed up and pull right behind me, and 4 guys jump out and say, police, police. So me hold up me and I say, officer, what me do? Me don't do nothing. And he say, and he pull me and push me in the car. After I reach a certain part on the road now, when they put the bag over my head, at that time I kind of feel a little nervousness because I say, no, sir, no police not going to put bag over your head. It's a serious and the whole police things. If this never happen, me wouldn't know say I them a heap of something upon my name, because me there I feel say everything good. Me never know say people have me as drugs dealer, scammer, and all of this something there. I mean I do a legit business when me there, my business place every day. I don't have time for those things. Those going on there something like destruction. Me don't want them something. Me don't want them something upon my name. Then idea, me have a family and me have kids, and anything what you do, you will aunt. If you don't aunt, you can aunt them too. Me don't involved in no drugs for go and trade business. Never in my life, and I will never go down that road. Them something that make me get very paranoid, you know, like just can't trust me surrounding again. We just don't know what to do right now. One just day here ago and hope for the best.
So people, you heard what he had to say in the interview. As a youth growing up, first thing that I know, every liar is a thief, and every thief is a liar, because if you're a thief, you have to learn to cover it up. But not every thief, every scammer, every chopper, every drug dealer is a good liar. Sometimes they don't really have the common sense to pull off anything. So we know say if a man is a chopper, and that is how he makes his living, him tell lie, him scam, him sham, him conniving, him full of ish. So we should not expect anything from a pig other than a grunt, other than for them to wallow in the mud. So therefore, for him to come on these interviews with Popeye and with TVJ is what I kind of expected. But I saw in the comment section on social media and Popeye's channel that some persons actually fell for the okey pokey. Some persons were actually bamboozled. And them I say, a true man, whenever you make it in a life as a young ghetto youth, people always fight you. People don't want to see your success. So you jackasses, did you expect to see this man come and say, yeah, you know, say, me used to chop. You know, say, me sell some drugs. You know, say, me send drugs go America. You know, say, me send weed go Haiti and then get back gun and then sell these guns and ammunition. Did you expect for him to say that? Because if you did, you must be even more foolisher than I think you are, based on your comment, naive and gullible to say the least. When he was asked, do you know who the people were that took you away? Them owe you and you have to pay millions of dollars or some money. He said that is the least. So you're telling me, based on the figures that I heard, if somebody hold you and take $5 million from you, that is the least. That means say you have way, way more. You're calling down these people to make them know, say, you know, say, we need to ask some more next time. If it wasn't staged by you, if it wasn't the police, which I think it was, because he did not press any charges. He did not go to the police station and make any formal report. other than saying that he was abducted and then within 24 hours he was found or he was released. This man have power. Money is power. Him have power in the street and him have the power of the police. Him have every power imaginable. Do you think that a group of men from Darliston, Westmoreland, St. James or wherever else would come into this man's territory, safe space in which him walk around as if him not care, he has zero care immunity from everything, including the choppers, including the police, because him have everybody upon him payroll. So people, this man is not scared. If you go at the business right now, you probably see him. Because him knows that it is a part of doing business, especially when it comes to the police. Everybody have them hands out. Everybody is on the payroll. No stranger is going to come where he is at. That is his ground. Him run the thing. Him monitor it. He is the big fish. He is a La Castra Nostra. Over there, so you think somebody will come abduct him on film turf? Nobody is that brave other than the police. So people, you can believe what you want to believe. In the first video that I did, I showed you all of the video evidence, which would be 2 videos before this one. Me show you all of the video them, all of the car, all of the house, all of the flossing, all of everything, the jewelry, you name it. That is the typical MO of a drug dealer or somebody that is getting money easy like 1, 2, 3 by illicit mean. Nobody on the face of this earth, whether a Jamaica or United States, act like that is a legitimate businessman. No legitimate businessman that works hard for his money, even if he has the best legitimate hustling ability, he is not buying any sorts of cargo chain or designer clothes, Gucci, Fendi, this, that, popping champagne or beat him dog in a champagne. That never happens. That is not the MO. That is the MO of a criminal organization or a criminal person. That is somebody that is deep into drugs, deep into chopping, deep into gun running, a smuggler. That is the MO of a smuggler. And who don't see it, you must be blind. You must be fuller than I thought. And this is based on my knowledge, the fact that I went to good school, the fact that I was in the street, deep into the street, not meaning homeless. So nobody can pull any sorts of fast one or give me any sorts of big pill for swallow. If you want to swallow a frisbee and think that it is okay, that is up to you. I am blogging based on what I know, based on what I see, based on the maths, not mathsing up. It is not adding up. It is mad maths, not odd maths. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the CABBIE Chronicles. Meaning that policeman Squaddy and taximan CABBIE Chronicles. Constable Demar Johnson was charged the other day and he was charged for illegal wounding. This was after an August 2024 shooting that took place in Morant Bay. Morant Bay is in St. Thomas. Based on the report from Indicom and numerous eyewitnesses that were there in the town square in the peak hours of the day. However, the story by Constable Demar Johnson is polar opposite to that. So pretty much, the squaddy and the CABBIE got into an altercation, and the squaddy said to himself, "No man, this low life taximan CABBIE, I really are this the big bad police like this." So he wheel and pop off and then the CABBIE couple in him structure, which is bad for his health. That man was rushed to the hospital. However, he did not lose his life. He went and he filed a formal complaint. But then Mr. Johnson also made a complaint and said that he thought that his life was in danger since the taximan running him trunk, pull from under him seat and machete a bill. And want to rush me, him never want bill back. However, after Indicom did its investigation and interviewed numerous persons that were actually on the scene and listen or hear what the police say, and them a say, that never happened. Or the police just rush the man, want beat up the man, bad up the man, wheel and pop off and con up the cabbie. And then him a claim say he was the victim. He claimed that he thought that his life was in danger. People, as one of the few bloggers that is not a police tete, I am here to tell you this happens more than we think, more than it should happen. But these police officers keep getting away with it for numerous reasons. They get the backing of their squaddy. They get the backing of the commissioner. They get the backing of security and justice minister and even your prime minister, who it seems is not about justice, is about not getting lawsuit, is about don't having any sorts of blemishes or black eye on the JCF or the government. So therefore, they will lie. They will lie and then deny. Wrong and strong. Wrong bang. However, like I said, Indicom get the file. Indicom sent the file to the DPP's office, and the DPP's office ruled that, no man, this man outer and this man is definitely rogue. He should be charged for wounding with intent, illegal possession of firearm, since a firearm that was legal was used in a very illegal way. Now, people, you and I know there is no way in which this man more than likely is going to get convicted. For a couple of reasons, either his squaddies are going to lie on their testimony, either persons are going to be afraid to go to court and go against a police officers, fearing repercussions, fearing backlash. So people like me say, the good thing is that it was ruled by the DPP's office that he's supposed to be charged. Is he going to be tried and convicted? Is he going to be back out doing the same old same? More than likely. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is based off one of the buzzing topic all over social media, where it is confirmed that a man did in excess of 50 years in a Jamaica penal system. Him get penis, him get FUCK by the system. The court then ordered that the government of Jamaica, the system, pay this man $120 million. That is the equivalent of $2.4 million per year that he spent in prison. Now, people, I don't know how you feel about that, but there is nobody that could pay me 2.4 million Jamaican dollars for me to spend in a single year, not even a single day in a Jamaica penal system. How did this happen? Well, more than likely negligence, more than likely bad bookkeeping, more than likely them still have them black book where there is no sorts of computer where things are added and things are, when people leave, people still let them say, oh, I go accord. So therefore, if people are still sitting down like some caveman, these things are going to happen. These things are still happening. I bet there are many persons in the system that could be in this month, same category. Maybe not as much as 50 years, but they are doing time that they are not supposed to do because of the irresponsibility of the system. So pretty much $2.4 million per year, not a good deal for anybody. It makes absolutely no sorts of sense. Yes, $120 million, good, sounds good to most people. However, when you think about the amount of years. And what makes it even worse, there is no guarantee that this man is going to get the $120 million cash right now in hand. They are not going to open an account and put $120 million. I doubt it very, very much. And even if they do, this man's life could be in jeopardy by family members themselves that are going to be praying him and set him at X amount of years old. So therefore, if we get rid of him and we are the beneficiaries, are the people that are going to benefit from him losing his life. This man's life was in danger in a prison, but this man's life is even in a more danger being out and free after 50 years. Sad state of affair. point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.